Welcome to a nutty adventure exploring personal growth and wellness, breaking down the stigma around mental health along the way. Let's dive in because now it's time to show me your nuts.
Okay, it's Tuesday morning again, and it's time to show me your nuts. Hello, everybody. How is your Tuesday? Drop me some commentary. I cannot wait to tell you guys about today. So, last week we wrapped up Freedom Month with Gathering Wisdom, and you guys got to see a pre-recorded show, Gathering Wisdom, with my friend and brother, Justin Neely, the director of the Citizen Potawatomi Nation's language department. And you guys were watching that while I was sitting in language class with them. And so I actually pulled the show up and ran over to Justin in person and showed him the screen, and we both had a big old grin about it. While we were watching and learning, I was learning more about language. He's incredibly well-versed, and just had an amazing time diving into more language, more learning, and more of my family's tradition and culture from my tradition and culture. And I really felt the freedom that I was telling you guys about in that show. And so I hope no matter where you are, who you are, what your cultural traditions are, that you embrace them, learn them, immerse yourself in pieces of those things, and immerse yourself in pieces of other people's cultures and learnings, so that we can all learn about each other, because true freedom is when we are able to be together in understanding each other. And that's probably all I'll say about that at the moment. But thank you for allowing me to have a pre-recorded show so that I could immerse myself in that. That's probably what I really want to say is thank you, or in my language, miigwech. So today, new month, it is time for Resilience Month. And so after finding that freedom we were working on last week, it's time to build the foundations that help us bounce forward, not just look backward. So this whole month, we're going to be talking a lot about things that are about resilience and helping us, and that concept of bouncing forward. And by bouncing forward, I kind of mean, resilience being, that we get through things, and bouncing meaning, the older you get, sometimes bouncing hurts. That's if it's on sidewalks, and I won't even go into that. But because there's been a lot of bouncing on sidewalks this week, myself and a little that I know included. But we both bounced. But bouncing forward, meaning taking those things that we've learned from our past and having those help us move forward into new territory. Not just looking back for lessons, but bouncing forward into new things and using that resilience to do that. So today we're going to redefine resilience, because it's not just about returning to who you were. It's about bouncing into who you're becoming. So in the chat, let me know, on the scale of shattered glass to diamond, how are you feeling today? Shattered glass to diamond, where are you at in that? And it looks like we don't have Facebook going at the moment, so hopefully the Facebook peoples will find us over here in the YouTubes or on LinkedIn, but somehow Facebook fried out on at least one of the channels. We'll see if it's on the others. So I love this. Jessica's, I'm a hot coal. And Ollie is becoming diamond. Of course you are, because you shine bright, brothers. You shine bright. So traditional resilience says bounce back. We're going to say bounce forward because we're going to bounce forward into our future memories. And the reason for that is our unconscious mind doesn't know the difference between a memory and a visualization. And if we bounce forward into a memory that we haven't had yet because it's the memory we want to have, our unconscious mind's going to think that we've already had it, and it's going to do everything in its power to make that happen. And we have a guest today that is really good. And I mean, like, really good at helping people see, feel, and define their future memories by looking at what their magic is. They helped me hone in on many things and create the Squirrel Wrangler's tree while sitting in a bar in a place called Go Brunch, in a bar called the Come Right In. They helped me create that Squirrel Wrangler's tree because I was not honing in and bouncing forward into what I loved. I was kind of hesitant about it. And I wasn't hesitant by the end. And if you go to squirrelwrangler.com, you'll find the tree and you'll see not only what this guest helped me create, but they also have helped me continue that creation and helped invite people to that tree on purpose to create the community I want to create. Because our next guest, there's so many magic tricks, so many. So the Bot Ninja Queen, RJ Redden, is a dear friend. If you search the Twitch interwebs, you will find a previous show of us, and I might put it in the show notes. I don't know. But a dear friend and it shows us literally. That show shows us literally bouncing forward our future memories. And what you're going to see today actually is us talking about those as past memories now, because we have not only made them happen, we've made more happen, and we've made more happen. And now we're at a different stage and we're bouncing more memories. So that show literally is an example of you'll see us talking about squirrels, but the Squirrel Wrangler wasn't born yet. You'll see us talking about we're talking about bots, but the proverbial cape and goggles were not there yet. So you'll see us putting memories into the future that now today you get to see happen. How in the world would we have known that except that we put those memories into the future and our unconscious minds brought them into view? So, without too much further ado, I'm going to introduce you to RJ Redden, the Bot Ninja Queen, and a brilliant community engagement specialist, among other things.
Hello. That was an amazing introduction. My name is RJ Redden. And the little squirrel with shaking their tail on the limb. That's pièce de résistance.
And RJ's in the house, y'all. If you do not know this amazing human being, they are the most amazing engagement builder. We have Farron in the house. Farron Dozier, thank you for coming to the show. I'm so excited. I've got RJ and Farron in the house. So when I was talking about the previous show, RJ's making faces in the back of the studio. I watched this old show a couple weeks ago, and sent it to RJ, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you've got to see us. We're talking about squirrels, and the squirrels weren't. The Squirrel Wrangler was not even born yet, and you were talking about bots, but the cape and goggles weren't even there yet.
Indeed.
What did you? We haven't really talked about it so much. What did you think of it?
Well, I I'm always the anthropologist. Always the isn't that interesting? And there were a lot of really lovely moments in there. And who knew? Who knew, what it would lead to? And at that point, I kind of was just kind of still in that place where I wondered if we were just talking to ourselves. You know what I mean? Like there were so many times in early live streaming where it was like, does anybody even see this? And so I'm so glad that I'm very, very glad that you recorded it. And it's a lovely artifact just waiting to be discovered.
Oh, and speaking of artifacts, the toys you play with have things called artifacts too, but they're slightly different, right?
It's a little insane.
Tell us more about the things you do and the magic you help us create.
Okay. The magic, of course, is really rediscovering you, planting your flag, and going out into the universe with that instead of doing your marketing, because marketing is boring. And and most of the time, traditional marketing is completely fruitless. Not only is it fruitless because times have changed, but it's also generally fruitless because if it doesn't match your values, you're going to put it off until the last thing. If you put it off until the last thing, it's never going to work. You know what I mean? So for me, I had to change my outlook completely. My social network is no longer a social network at all. My email list is not an email list at all. That's my online family. That's my community. Email is one of the ways that I get to them. And when I sit down to write an email, it's not, I have to keep the content machine rolling. It's what love letter shall I write to my people today? Those people are on my list for a reason. They're there for a reason. They're in the sound of my voice for a reason. And so how am I going to love them and lead them through a hard time, and give them inspiration and hope, and some magic tricks along the way? So nothing that I just said had anything to do with technology. So okay, so what I just mentioned to you, let's use a car analogy today. What I just mentioned to you is the engine, and technology is the car. Technology is something we sit in to get us there. There meaning really connecting and engaging with my tribe on a level that's pretty deep and unforgettable. So when they need services, they come over and hang out with RJ for a while. So yes.
So with
sorry,
the car can be multiple different kinds of models.
Oh, my darling, yes.
A car without an engine isn't going to go anywhere.
True.
And that engine is that piece on the inside and the
thing that makes it go, baby.
Connection, and it's the thing that it's the engagement piece. It's the thing that makes it go. It's the you putting yourself in, and especially I love You guys, I delete tons of emails and I unsubscribe from emails like crazy. RJ's emails, I do not only do I not unsubscribe from them, I send them to my Ellie planner, which is the way I get to like where the important stuff goes. I send them there so that I remember to read them. And there are always 1000% always amazing stories that help you learn. And we've been using stories to help us learn since the dawn of time, especially
True.
around campfires. And this woman can tell a story like nobody's business. Sometimes it involves a pipe. Not always, but sometimes it involves a pipe. The
Did you
pipe's been
still
there
have the
since before
pipe?
that pipe even.
All right.
Since before the goggles and cape got there. And you
Mhm.
have to know that, like, having props is important
Yeah.
in
Oh,
engagement and telling stories.
well, you got the circle. Express yourself. Use all of it, darling.
Not everyone has a prop closet, though, at their disposal. But I think everyone
And
should build one.
I may have married my wife partly for the reason that she showed up to the relationship with a prop closet, a prop and costume closet. So just
Whole
saying.
reason to
It's a
get
no.
married. Yeah, well, I mean, it is. Yeah, because they have the
Well,
resource.
that and I just love her passionately, and basically I'll point out anything is the reason. But
This and she is a beautiful, kind, funny, human being.
she is.
She is. And this is not just like me, like I don't just know so for the audience, I don't just know RJ as from a circle on a screen, or back in the day 4 squares and an audience. RJ and I have actually met each other in person multiple times, hugged and been on beaches and boats together. I can't tell you the rest of the story because I just can't.
Those records have been sealed.
I did just sealed or sealed and burned.
I mean, whatever ceremony we welcome.
I can't remember.
But one time I had a little too much rum on the rum tasting on the cruise, and this woman has seen me wasted, completely tore down to the floor. Yeah, it wasn't all that pretty.
Yes. And okay, if we're telling the tales, I'll just hint the tale. This one over here has seen me stuck in a beach chair. So, fun times. You guys are, when you have the opportunity to meet someone who you've met online and meet them in person and spend personal time with them, obviously it's gold. But that's also something I'm gonna tie us back to that, putting our memories out into the future, because I am pretty sure that a beach chair in Connecticut is in my future, so that I can see the beach squirrels in person. And if you guys don't know what a beach squirrel looks like, it's like this.
Fantastic.
And our very own beach squirrel,
Yeah.
Jessica, is here to help us know what beach squirrels do. Apparently they steal French fries. I was telling my husband that story last night. But it's a future memory of mine to watch beach squirrels steal French fries on the beach in Connecticut, because I've never been to Connecticut. And I've manifested one trip this year already, and that was going to Michigan last week. I'd never been to Michigan, and boom, here I am home with my feet up and iced because I just did too much. But manifesting, part of manifesting is putting that memory and visualizing it, closing your eyes and see what that really is like. Close your eyes and imagine yourself 1 year from now. What wisdom does the future have about today's struggles that you have in the future? What's the wisdom you're learning about what challenges you're going through this week? What treasures are hidden in the journey between now and then? What stories are hidden in what's happening now that you can tell in an email? Tomorrow, next week, etc. Now, I think one of the tricks that I have learned and put in place from RJ is every time one of those little snippets of a story comes up anywhere, it goes in my Ellie planner, like straight up, so that next time I get ready to go send an email out, or I don't know what to write. Actually, let me back up. It goes in my Ellie planner first, and then it goes to a fun thing called First Draft Ninja. RJ, can you tell us about First Draft Ninja? Because that's where it goes next.
That's where it goes. Well, so y'all, it was a few. So you know that I do technology, and a few years back, I was looking, and this was before GPT. I was looking at all these email writers on AppSumo, and I was sick of buying them because they could all do exactly what they said they were going to do, but none of it was in RJ speak. None of it was RJ enough. I would end up generating all these emails and then working my way back through them, trying to add some RJ in, and it was so hard. And then it was like, why am I buying these things? I only want something that will talk like me, that will help me write that first draft real quick, because blank page, oof, that's a hard place to start from. It's a hard place to start from. I mean, there are, and I think that Stacy may relate. There are so many ideas popping through my head that I reject them all. And end up
frozen like a deer in the headlights.
It's awesome. It's awful.
I used to call it blank page syndrome, and it was real, and the struggle sucked.
The struggle is real.
I have not had it in at least a year because of First Draft Ninja.
I will.
And this isn't a sales pitch, y'all. This is for reals. I am absolutely for real when I say, I mean, I don't back things that I don't use frequently, love deeply, and do what they say they're going to do. And First Draft Ninja speaks squirrel, y'all. Fluent squirrel.
And I love that so much. Hey, Henry Cameron. Truth. So basically, long story, slightly shorter, but I had that need for a long time. I just carried it around with me. I didn't know what to do with it because I couldn't do anything about it. And then when GPT came out, I thought, wonder if we could do that here. And as soon as there was a mini GPT, I taught one to sound like me. And then the bot system platform that I was using connected to it. And I thought, I could build something right now. I could build something that would connect to GPT. And so it took a while. It took probably a year and a half to build what I had there. My friends, how you have some people use your stuff, so you get objective feedback. Stacy's a wonderful human who has been used that. Then last year I had some issues with my developer. I let him go, but at the same time there was this platform available where I could just write much more directly and not have to worry about all the programming. And I made the system on there as well. So here it is. I didn't just my first need was make a system that sounds like you, so that you can get a first draft of everything written, because I'm much, much better at editing than I am at writing from a blank page. I always have been. And so that was the first need. But what has happened is different. That, of course, is there. But also, what I've built is a digital companion who is able to give an objective look at things, who is able to bring the best parts of you to assemble every day, anytime you want, into a love letter of any format to your audience. It also encourages you along the way. There's also some role-playing coolness. I'm a huge fan of RPGs. And so you will earn stuff along the way. You will earn little magic items. You will learn, and it's not just leveling up for leveling up's sake. It's all tied to your genius. It's all tied to your memories. I could explain, but it's going to take a long time, and we don't have forever. I do want to say, okay, I want to try an idea out with you, Stacy. Can I derail for a second?
Oh, we are all about derailing around. Well, how else do we create the future if we don't derail and come up with something amazing?
Gee,
that's where the new stuff comes from.
Yeah. So here's what I was thinking. I was writing yesterday, and I was writing about, I'm a big Star Trek nerd, and also a Star Wars nerd, because there's room for everybody in my family. Anyway, I'm a huge Star Trek nerd. Every Monday I do, the Mondays that I write, I always do a Star Trek, a captain's log. Which points out somebody that I, admire in the Star Trek universe that has leadership qualities. Because I feel like this: if you're an entrepreneur, you've got, if you're in the service type industries, you know what I mean, the service type stuff, you probably have a community. And if you have a community, you're definitely leading that community. And so learning to be a better leader of a community is, I gotta know. I gotta be accepting those lessons. So that's why I do my Monday captain's log emails. I was writing about Captain Pike, who was captain before Kirk of the Enterprise. And he's a great character. He sits down and cooks real food with his crew, and does a captain's table. And it's the most informal thing that you can imagine. And so I was writing this email, and part of it was, when's the last time you sat down in public and worked something out with your community? So wanky. I love you, G. Thank you. The part of it was hey, because I do like to challenge people in my love letters, because we got to grow, we got to keep moving. And it was, when's the last time you sat down and worked something out in public? And I thought, well, I am now finishing. I'm doing the finishing touches on First Draft Ninja this round. I would love to relaunch it again, but I would love to get. I'm in it so hard. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you're in those projects so hard that you don't even see the obvious things about it.
No, yeah, because you're in the details. You're in the weeds.
Oh my God. So many weeds, so little time. So I thought about maybe throwing an event at the Come Right In, and asking people how, about their ideas for marketing this thing, because I have a million ideas on how to market your things, but how to market my things?
Oh my God.
Uh,
You're speaking to my like core dilemma of my heart right now. Yes.
So, I was wondering if you'd like to take part in such an activity. In fact, everyone here.
But of course, hello.
Okay. All right. Very
I
good.
do have to show you this really quick though. The first thing the bot did with Jessica was fetch her a cookie. And she's like, yeah.
Oh.
This is why we have the Ninja Bot. Well, this is why actually we now have in our world. And I got to turn this comment off. My brain. This isn't why now in the squirrel world of Show Me Your Nuts. There is now a new squirrel.
Oh my God. So many goggles. Yes. I love it so much. Oh my God. How
Everyone
fabulous is
meet
that?
the Ninja Bot squirrel.
Oh my
The
God.
newest squirrel in the Show Me Your Nuts squirrel family.
Just okay. Can you possibly
Oh, you will.
send me
You will.
that
Yeah.
image?
But I had to unveil said squirrel to you right here.
Well, and I feel the
Mhm.
love. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put Ninja Bot Squirrel on a coaster.
Ah!
I'm gonna put it in my shop. I will give it to you for your merch shop if you have one.
Brilliant.
Because he just that is somebody I need to be mentioning popping into the bar, and
Yeah.
you know what I
So
mean.
can we let's set the audience up to I'm gonna bring us back where you were of we have this you have an experiment you want us to do,
Totes,
right?
totes my goats.
And let's maybe give them something to do, and then I'm gonna run a commercial, and so during the commercial, they're gonna do their homework in the chat, and we can like chat with them about the
Okay.
experiment. Is there an action thing they can do to help you out with this experiment?
Well, some of you in the chat are already in. So yes, we need images of this, Jessica. Think about give me some unusual here's homework for everybody. Give me some unconventional marketing that I can do with getting the word out about First Draft Ninja. Give me
Ooh.
some weird shit. Nothing. No, don't tell me to set up a funnel because I will not set up a funnel. I will
But
not
wait,
create a
there's
Facebook
more.
group. Huh?
But wait, there's more.
No.
No. Oh.
So yeah. If you can't think of anything, it's okay. It's okay.
So
But
the question to answer in the chat
yeah.
would be, what is the wild and correct me if I'm wrong because I might be. What is the wildest way that the First Draft Ninja can be marketed? Whether you've used it or whether you're like, I don't know what this is, but I have this idea of how it could be put out there in the world.
Yeah.
Like, what is the craziest thing? So I'm going to play a commercial while we interact with you in the chat about this wildness. Let's see how many ideas in the midst of a short commercial we can create for the Ninja Bot Squirrel. So she can get, or they can get the First Draft Ninja magic out to more people. Because it speaks fluent squirrel, but it also speaks fluent, I think it speaks fluent photographer, if I've heard right. It speaks fluent love as
Mhm.
a pronoun. If
Mhm.
I'm not, I've seen it speak fluent love pronoun, which is not my writing; it's someone else's. All right, you guys, are you ready? We want to count them down, RJ.
Let's do it.
Ready?
Mhm.
Count me down.
Count me down.
Count me down.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
For years, our network commercial has begun with the following words: breakthroughs are about more than you might think. We stand by those words because they're true. Big breakthroughs don't always happen in big moments. It doesn't have to take losing it all to experience a giant shift in your life. Some of them arrive quietly in the night, during a moment of laughter, or when you unexpectedly meet someone new. Big opportunities for breakthroughs are happening all the time. Have you recognized them? Have you chosen to see them? Have you made the brave decision to act on them? Big breakthroughs aren't always handed to you on a silver platter. Sometimes we can create breakthroughs by listening to that small, still voice inside of us that whispers, "It's time." Every breakthrough is a big breakthrough, because even the smallest, quietest of moments can be the tiniest pebble that creates a ripple effect that changes the world. Your potential is unlimited. As we approach our 8th year, I'm reminded of the very important work we do, work that I envisioned so strongly with every fiber of my being all those years ago. Now, I am moved to tears often as I've watched it come to life before my eyes. I am filled with gratitude. I am filled with love. Most importantly, for the first time ever, I am filled with not just hope, but the absolute knowing that we are making a difference in lives all across the globe. We are the moment of laughter. We are the presenters of opportunity. We are the creators of inspiration. We are the magnification of the small, still voices that live inside each and every one of us. We are the pebbles that are changing the world. We are the Breakthrough Show Network. And you, well, you're invited. Visit us today at thebreakthroughshownetwork.com. We'll see you there.
So let's check out a few breakthroughs. Check out what the chat's got. That one's a flashback. That one's kind of a flashback breakthrough, RJ.
Yeah. I tell you, it's never been done in Go Brunch. But a long, long time ago, in a land far, far away. No, I was sitting right here in this chair, but it was a while ago. I actually had the technology dojo on Facebook, and I would throw challenges, and people would earn belts, and it was kind of fun. Although I
I
do
was
have
there.
an entirely separate world, everybody, that is still a medieval fantasy, but it is filled with medieval Japanese architecture and dojos and dragons. It's called Dojos and Dragons, everybody. And I think that's going to be the training ground for First Draft Ninja, because I think that is that's going to be wild. That's going to be weird.
So it's like the old is new again.
Oh, well, yeah.
Dojos and dragons and getting belts in the Go Brunch.
So here's the thing, though. From what I know about gamification, the thing is that not everybody is motivated by the exact same reward system. Okay.
Mhm.
Not everybody wants a belt. Not everybody wants to be on a leaderboard. No. It's actually called Octalysis if you want to look it up online. There are actually 8 areas that cover, like, kind of the breadth of what people really want rewards for, and what those need to be. I've built that into my bot, y'all.
Aha. So the bot figures out which, let me guess. The bot figures out which of the pieces of Octalysis are your magic buttons
and reward you that way.
and reward you for it in your way.
Yep.
So, yes, as G says, a test-driven model to do things is important.
Thank
And a
you,
couple
G.
workshops or test drives to help people experience the difference, or will help people experience it. RJ is the queen O test drive that. That's because I have, and I say this because I've observed it over the years. Test drive this. Oh, put it at the body of a new car around the engine.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And build it further so that it's more resilient. So you build this foundational thing.
Yep.
Your foundation is the bots. Your engine is your community. And your resilience is your ability to test drive the new and listen to the audience carefully as to what they want, need, or don't know they don't have. Put that in the next newest model of the car, but the engine stays the same.
Yeah.
And then you have these ideas coming at you here. A mini graphic novel style video featuring characters from the world of the Come Right In, who are also characters like Ninja Bot Squirrel. I mean, you could put squirrels in the because the Come Right In is right next door to squirrelwrangler.com, right next door to the tree.
Exactly.
So everybody come to squirrelwrangler.com and come see me at the tree. And if I'm not there, I'm probably next door at the Come Right In. And there's actually magic portals from the Squirrel Wrangler's tree to the Come Right In and back. And so you can pop back and forth and like time travel. Well, is Beam Me Up, Scotty, something like that.
Yeah. Transporter.
There's transporters all over the place. So, and we've got more stuff coming in here from our requests. Cool. Referral program or perks. Gather testimonials and have users share their stories. That happen. Each user becomes a character in.
I've thought about that, Henry Cameron. And that has been an idea for a long time. I would love to chat with you about how to make that happen practically, because it could be done.
Oh, I'm sure that a bot could create the character that then weaves back into the bot.
Yeah. Like it would be a kind of a create your alter ego experience.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could kind of create, the character that you want to be in the world. And
so one example, and this is a very poor example. This is a very simple example of what could happen, because what could happen over in First Draft Ninja is going to be more complex, nuanced, and amazing. Okay. But on the very first show of Show Me Your Nuts, I asked people, we were talking about self-care, and I said, tell me your favorite self-care and your favorite nut.
Mm-hmm.
And that becomes your squirrel name. And that's how Cashew Quilt got their name.
Nice.
So, and that started the other squirrels coming about.
Awesome. Yes. God, I love that.
So I wonder, it's more nuanced, but I know a little bit about how the bots work.
Yeah.
And that if it gathered whatever information, and then you create your own character within the First Draft Ninja Come Right In world, the Dungeons and Dojos world.
Yeah.
And then you get to play with your own character, maybe even
level up
with yeah. Oh, I'm gonna fly through these next. These comments are. Can you see the comments, RJ?
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying not to read them and talk at the same time because that's
Right. So I'll let you read them as I, and then I'm gonna try and find the answer to one of them.
Tupperware. All right, G. I love it. I love that idea.
Hoping the answer to this question, if RJ can give us what's the link to sign up for the bot? Do I in fact have the correct link scrolling at the bottom of the screen of blackbeltbots.com/first-draft?
That is actually an incorrect link. Allow me, y'all, because I got the correct one here.
RJ's got the links.
That is actually to the old Landbot based one that I have not. I've switched over to Pickaxe. So let me. Whoa, hey. I have got right here. Control A, Control C. This is a 14-day. I have to connect to YouTube. Okay, just a second, everybody.
If you narrate, I can type.
It's so long, love.
Okay.
It's so long, love.
And we will make sure that whatever link RJ puts in here, I will put in the show notes. So if you're watching, come back to the show notes and I'll make sure they get updated to the correct one. Okay. And I love the way our community language guru describes this. Forge the ninja character that is sleeping within you and wake that ninja character up. Because why not? You must. Ninja botanist.
Is not going to let me put that link in.
Okay.
So everybody go to the tavern right now.
I was just going to say, and the correct link to the tavern, is it the come right in, or I don't have it handy?
I'm just going to give you all the direct one. Oh, whoops. I'm going to give you all the direct one. Control A, Control C. I have to talk to myself as a Ninja Beach chicken squirrel. Yes. Okay.
We need the okay, Jessica, put somebody that you know has Canva assignments to do. They have school homework. They need to create Ninja Beach chicken squirrel, please. That's their next assignment.
Okay, I'm going to private chat you this link because StreamYard is blocking me.
Yeah.
Okay. So private chatting this to you, and maybe it'll let you.
There's always a way to do things.
Let me just let you know, y'all. Especially now. There's always a way to do things.
Always. So this is how to get to First Draft Ninja. Correct? This link?
Yeah, that's a free trial that will not take your credit card.
It's a long link, but it is a free trial, you guys. And once you've tried the trial, I'm going to tell you, once you've tried it, all of the, and mind you, hi, my name's Stacy. I'm an AppSumo addict. I mean, no doubt, right?
Mm-hmm. Show me your graveyard.
Once you have been in First Draft Ninja, your graveyard, not just graveyard, but I use it sometimes, but it's not as good as a repository, is going to become larger because you'll just use First Draft Ninja. I have a process in my writing, and this brings us back beautifully to that process that I was telling you about. I start with Ellie, one of my favorite task management things. I start and I send my ideas. I put my ideas into Ellie. so that I don't forget them. Or I forward emails from RJ into Ellie so that I have them ready to, because and I'll put a little idea, that a snippet of an idea in with the forward it over to the task manager in Ellie. Then I take it from Ellie and I take and formulate my little brain idea. I put that in another gem called Cast Magic. It gives me a little, and literally a 2 to 3 minute verbal thing I put to Cast Magic. That gives me a little bitty idea of things. And then I take that and put it in First Draft Ninja. And I am probably 95% there to my finished email, LinkedIn article, 4 to 5 graphics that go in the LinkedIn article, a LinkedIn post. All that First Draft Ninja goes, here you go. Influence Squirrel. I take those things and put it over into my LinkedIn article, and you see the magic. So if people were to find you at the Come Right In, RJ, what is the official link for the Come Right In?
Official link for the Come Right In.
Just let me know. I've got it half typed.
Oh yeah, it's thecomerightin.com. That'll get you to my front door. That is for, people who've never been around before, who need to know what the Come Right In is and what it's all about. Because, we got to have that. And yeah, that if you tap the little knocker on the door, it'll let you into the inn proper.
Mm-hmm. And so are you just at the Come Right In, like here and there, or do you spend a considerable amount of time at the Come Right In?
Right now, I have been there here and there because I am working so hard on First Draft Ninja right now. I tell you, you guys, okay, can I tell you a secret?
You as my dear friend RJ says, you must. And I used that phrase so much last week, to be honest.
Fabulous.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Oh my God, that's wonderful.
Yep.
So y'all, when I tell you that things are possible that you haven't even thought about. Now, if you're not technologically oriented, ignore this part of the conversation. Do your dishes, go get a cup of coffee, feel comfortable, because, this is nothing you have to do. But seriously, I had a problem with the memory system that is that's in First Draft Ninja. I have a Claude subscription, and I use it every single day. And I said, Claude, I don't think I can use this because it's not what my audience wants. And since then, I have built an entirely new memory layer in First Draft Ninja that will capture everything. Yes, everything, Henry Cameron. I know you're waiting with like 3 books in the wings. Okay.
This
will
is an example of listen to your audience, everyone. The underlying message here is listening to your audience and making things better. If you've ever been in First Draft Ninja before, it is not your old First Draft Ninja. This is put it out into the future.
Mm-hmm.
The future First Draft Ninja things.
And it will hold, instead of 800 characters of memory, it will hold 1.5 million in the story vault. 1.5 million characters.
Put all the nuts there.
Every single nut you've ever seen, heard of, or imagined can go in.
I will never have blank page syndrome again.
You will never have blind plate syndrome again. And just so you all know, it's private, okay? The Elon Musk rat is never going to tap into this. None of those large language models are training on your data. So if privacy and security are an issue for you, as they should be when you're putting so much personal information into something, because
which could so be a whole show on its own.
Oh my God, and we should do that.
We did.
Yeah. There's a lot of personal information you're going to be giving me. You have a right to know what I'm going to be doing with it, which is nothing. But serve you and your writing and your content creation process.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, that is what I know about.
There is no mad squirrel. I can't even read it.
Yeah,
so
it's okay.
There's
everyone
no
else can. Yeah,
sniffing into your nuts.
Mm-hmm.
The Mad Hatter squirrel is not sniffing your nuts.
That's good. That's
good. Oh, I didn't expect to be having tears this morning, although yes, I did. Tears of joy.
You did.
I did. All right. So what is it we're going to put into the future? For what is it in the chat? Tell us what you're putting into your future for your future resilience. What are you going to bounce into the future to build your foundation of your new, whatever your new thing is? What is it's going to build your foundation of your community, of your business, of your marketing. And it's not, hear me clearly, y'all. It is not, but wait, there's more. What is it you're building into your future to, what ideas are you wanting to put there? We've got Ollie with an idea coming in, training the next batches of French pronunciation. So Ollie's got a French. First Draft Ninja speaks French, doesn't it?
No idea.
It might.
That is not a test I have done.
Aha. There's an idea. Is there, and let me bring up the fact that, like the idea of when you drive a new car off the lot, it immediately goes down in value, and or there's another new car right behind it that's got new gadgets, new widgets, new things.
Right.
We are in an era right now with AI, with technology, with the way things work together, that is moving so quickly that we cannot get upset when we can't keep up. Even those of us who are geek to the max, when we can't keep up, I know that it feels like you're getting so far behind or it's going so fast for other people who, who aren't in it like you and I are, RJ. I know that if it feels like really fast for us, it really feels fast for other people, and it feels so overwhelming that you can't do it. Don't let it get overwhelming. Take the one thing that that you can do, and I think that's one thing I like about First Draft Ninja. You and I are on the edge, and you're constantly working on the body of that car for First Draft Ninja. So the First Draft Ninja may look different. The car may be, what was the name of maybe a Model A. And now it's a DeLorean, or now it's a, whatever's next. It's a spaceship. It probably will never be a Tesla, but I won't go there.
No.
It will never be a Tesla. That's just it. But don't be afraid of what the car looks like. Know that the engine inside of it is what's taking care of you, and that RJ is making the next newest model every time. And so every time you step into the First Draft Ninja, it may look different, feel different, and be different, but it's going to have the same engine inside. it's going to always take care of you. And it's always going to have the newest, biggest, baddest stuff in it. So you don't have to keep up with what that part is. All you have to do is be in it, is get in the car no matter what it looks like, and talk to it as you, because it is built so that it spits out your future foundations. It holds all your stories so that you don't have blank page syndrome. It helps you then. So here's where the replication comes in. It helps you create your engine for your business so that you can create your community around that engine, and your car can look different for your people. So the way it does that is helping you create that engine of your writing in your voice with the things you love, saving everything from what I hear, or at least millions and millions of things, right? You said it used to be 800 characters. Now it's millions.
1.5 million.
1.5 million memories, so that then you can create new things. So you can envision your future. So in your mind, create your vision in your future. Tell First Draft Ninja what that is. And then it's going to spit that out for you to give to your community so that you can build the engine of your community, which is engagement. It's an engagement engine by writing emails, writing articles, doing podcasts or live streams. Some of the things I talk about in here are from ideas that First Draft Ninja, ready for this, gave me out of my own head. So I put something in, it spits something back. I put something else in, it spits something back. It gives me new ideas for my brain from the ideas I gave it. So you have to think of AI as a partner, not as a producer.
Right. I mean, there were so many times in this last week, even last night, late last night, I was working on the new memory layer, and Claude said, okay, I've taken a look at, pickaxe, I've taken a look at these things, and it's really, I can't find a workaround. And so I said, well, what if we did this, then this, then this? And it was like, whoa, like I told it what to do. It ran out of things. And I said, well, wait, there's always something. And like, that's not the relationship I envisioned. That's not, that's not what people think it is. But let me tell you, if you need a digital partner who can always be objective, come see us.
But not just, and I'll flip a little bit back to that. I'm an AppSumo addict. Those ones are going to give you the same thing every time. And they're not going to be in your language. They're not going to have your memories, and they're not going to have the newer layers of how to do things. So I think my love of, and again, this is, you have to understand, this is not just because of my love of my dear friend RJ and the fact that we've known each other for 10 years. I have continued to know RJ for 10 years because she moves forward into this new thing of, oh my gosh, have you seen this new toy? Try. And we both happen to have the same magic trick where we can see a new toy and go, oh, can you imagine what that's going to do 20 years from now? And it is, I know it's a magic trick. I know not everyone has that gift, and I am grateful for the gift. But the way we use that gift is to take that and give it back to the people on how they can use things. And so we're ready. When you see something like Chat GPT come up, RJ and I saw it 5 years before that and went, oh my God, can you wait and see what this is going to do? So we're looking at toys right now that you're going to see in the future, and we're already putting them into place so that you have the best tools and best ways to deal with things. I'm in there playing with them and breaking them so that I can find out which ones are better for people and which ones suck. RJ's in there putting them together meticulously into a system that is a partner with you. It reminds me of in high school, my best friend Beth and I, we used to sit in her bedroom, which was in the basement, and her dad, this off the rail, her dad raised doves in the basement. So there were doves down there, and we'd hear them cooing, and we'd be watching whatever, probably MTV. This is in the 80s, watching MTV, drinking Diet Dr. Pepper, drinking straight Dr. Pepper, eating Doritos, and had our notebooks, our spiral notebooks, and we were brainstorming with each other and creating stories and writing stories. It was two humans, two brains in this magical environment, creating stories back and forth. And I no longer have my Beth, but I have things like First Draft Ninja, where I can come up with my idea, put it in. It gives me another idea back, which spurs another idea in my head, which then I can tell it. It always takes the human, though. One of my underlying things I want you guys to understand is AI is not going to take over the world, because humans are what do the things with the tools that do or don't do bad things in the world, or good things. It takes what the human's doing with the machine for it to do good or bad things. So First Draft Ninja is one of my partners. It is one of, I will not get rid of it. The others may die, may whatever, but First Draft Ninja is always there. And it's funny because it's First Draft Ninja, but for me, it's the last tool I use before I put things out. So I gather things from my other tools, put it into First Draft Ninja, and I go back and forth from 95% of the way done with the thing until I get to 99%, because it may or may not ever be full, 100%. And then the thing goes out into the world. What you see on my articles, my some of my lessons on my YouTube, all of my lessons on my YouTube, my classes. So the unlock free class, Unleash Your Potential, was created in large part with First Draft Ninja. There's 14 lessons in there, people, that I'm giving out for free about your mind, your unconscious mind, and about how it works, and about what you can do with it, how you can build your resilient foundation by visualizing your future memories so that your unconscious mind will create them. This thing right here is uber powerful. You can literally program it like you can a computer. But if you program this one and this one, you are unstoppable. You are truly resilient. If you can learn how to program this one up here and this one that we're talking through right now. And one of the reasons I know that is this tool by my dear friend RJ Redden. And Henry Cameron agrees with me. First Draft Ninja is my go tool as a professional writer. And I will tell you that Henry Cameron is a very kind soul, but Henry Cameron is also has a high bar for something to be good or not. And if Henry Cameron's saying it's good, well, that's just it.
I did screenshot that comment to be used in a future webpage or something.
Of course you did, because you There's so many tricks, RJ, that I mean, we could literally have a 24-hour marathon show and still have things to come out. And that's just what's in RJ's head and my head. That's not even counting if we put it into First Draft Ninja. If we put it in First Draft Ninja, you might as well just like pull up the chair, make sure you're have the food robot come to you with food. Have the computer go with you to the to relieve yourself in the restroom. Do something so that you don't sleep, because it would be weeks worth of marathon. If RJ and I were putting things in First Draft Ninja, we'd just be here for months. So RJ, one final question for you.
Yes.
Will you come back?
Of course, darling.
To show me more of your nuts.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We will have fun many times on this show. Thank you for inviting me. It's an honor to join you.
This has been, and I knew it would be,
of course,
an amazing show. And I want you guys now, make sure to, I'm going to put up one last banner and invite everyone to come join RJ. And who knows, it's likely I'll be there. Come find us at thecomerightin.com. There is magic made in that bar. SquirrelWrangler.com was birthed in that bar. There are things about this show, ultimately, because because of the Squirrel Wrangler's tree, this show is here. Alice, who you see right there next to me, next to the TV, would not be here without the Come Right In. And Show Me Your Nuts, as a show, would not be here without the Breakthrough Show Network. And all of the above live in the world that is This Is My Go Brunch. How many more hashtags can I get in a sentence? I don't know. I could probably fit lots of them. But you guys, come over to the Come Right In. You will be able to get to all the other magical spaces from there or from squirrelwrangler.com. Come see us. Bring your ideas. Bring your future memories, so that the community there, we can help you plant those future memories and build your resilience for your life, for your business, so you can be, do, and have everything you want to be, do, and have. And I think that about wraps us up. I have thoroughly enjoyed having you, RJ.
My cheeks are full.
Are they full of nuts?
Well, I cannot reveal.
Oh, you'll have to come to the bar and find out what RJ's cheeks are full of. Thank you again. I appreciate you beyond words. There are not words. And we will see you guys next week, where we're going to talk more about resilience. We're going to talk about resilience tools and practical strategies. And we're going to have another special guest from the Go Brunch-verse. And I'm just going to say that. It will be a pre-recorded show because, our guest needs it to be a pre-recorded show, and I'm going to do whatever I have to do to have our next guest on. And I'm not going to tell you until you see it. I'm just going to keep that a nutty little secret of mine. So until next week, you guys, see you then.
Thank you for joining us on this nutty adventure. Remember, personal growth and wellness are journeys best taken together. Keep exploring, keep growing, and don't forget to show me your nuts next time.